Okay, well, hopefully we're back again. Got two streams on one night. What can I say? I've had my dinner. It was yummy, and we are going to continue where we left off, which was Iceland. If you didn't catch the previous stream, we're playing. We're playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 with Promods 2.40. It's the first version of Promods I played, and Euro Truck Simulator is new to me. I've not played it before. Well, I had it a couple of days ago, just to quickly catch up on where we are. A couple of days ago, I borrowed a copy and enjoyed it, found it very relaxing, and I thought, okay, we'll give that a go, and enjoyed it. So I brought it today, and I've got all the major expansion packs, but not the little paint jobs and all that lot. I can get those later if I want them. And while we were researching stuff last night, we come across Promods, and I thought, oh, what's that all about? So I had a little look into it, and it does an awful lot, and I've got to say, so far, it does it very well. So anyway, continuing on, we're back in Iceland. We've picked up a new job, this time from Reykjavik. So I did a quick one while nobody was looking. Going to Hamburg. It's a lot of miles. Well, yeah, a lot of miles. Pays 32,000. Reckons it's going to take 126 hours. For most of that, we're going to be asleep on the ferry. And talking about that, the fatigue is turned off on this currently, because I'm trying to get my level and profile as quickly as possible back up to where I was on the borrowed game. Now I'm on my own account, etc, etc, etc. So here we go. Let's discover Iceland. Now I've got to tell you, some of the roads are bloody awful. Really awful. Now, I have a problem in that I don't think I can hear any game. I've got no game sound. Bear with me. Why would I have no game sound? I did have. Everything was okay. Alright, let's quickly go and check this. Thank you. Bim 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 bim. I should have audio. What the monkey is going on? Right, okay, I think I'm going to have to quit the game very quickly. I think it's because I've changed something on the game, on my sound setups, and it doesn't like it, so we may have to start the game up again. Oh, scratching my hair, pulling my hair out. Why does it not make any noise? Why did Euro Truck Simulator not start up when I told it to? Why am I suddenly having these problems? No, it's doing something, it's just doing it slowly. Maybe that's because OBS is working. No sound. Ah, what a dummy. What's a complete dummy? My soundbar had turned itself off. So, of course, the game's making noises. I just couldn't hear it because my soundbar was off. What a muppet. Right, okay, tablets go in. Let's go in. Right, let's try again. Let's see if we're going to be lucky. At least we've got game noise. Whoa! Goody goody, I hear an engine. And we're not hooked up to the trailer. What happened there? I'm sure I was hooked up to the trailer. Okay. There's a wide swing at this. Yeah, although technically this is a long journey, this one, I think most of it's over water. Unfortunately for all the cargo and the passengers, they probably wouldn't let me drive that in any lifetime, so... I was saying that, apparently the captain of the Titanic was a professional. It goes to show, we all make mistakes. That was one hell of a mistake he made there. You know, if you believe the conspiracy theories, it happened on purpose. I was saying that, apparently the captain of the Titanic was a professional. It goes to show we make mistakes. Right. Okay. We are done. Iceland. And when we arrived, it was snow. But then as I progressed inland, it dried out. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I saw, prior to Promods, Iceland didn't exist. So, if I'm right, everything in Iceland is part of Promods. Because I'm not quite sure what is and what isn't Promod and what isn't just the game. Got a vague idea from the borrowed copy, but not complete. Anyway, thoroughly enjoying this game. Who'd have thought it? I highly recommend it to other drivers. You know, if you're a petrol head and sometimes you think to yourself, oh, you know, I'm getting bored of going round in circles. I highly recommend this. If you've not played it before and you know nothing about trucking, it will probably give you a much more respect for truck drivers in general, because after doing this for a while you'll get to know the sort of things that they go through. And you know, one of the most annoying things I've found with this so far is losing momentum when you haven't got a really big powerful truck. And it can be really annoying. And I think the poor truckers are maybe a few times I've done something where they've had to brake and lose momentum, or suddenly pulled out on them, or done this, that and the other. You know, we're all guilty as drivers of doing silly things at times, even the best of us, I think. And I realise how much grief it must be when you've got sort of like 20 plus tonne behind your steering wheel and your pedals. Hats off to all the truck drivers, and apologies for my previous behaviour. I think I'm now a little bit more educated into the plight of truckers around the world. If you do happen to come across this video and you are a trucker, let me know if you play this game or American Truck Sim. It's a bit of a busman's holiday, but I just wonder if people do or not, you know. Are we 31 miles an hour? Being a Brit, I'm having to get used to converting kilometres of hours into miles an hour. And although the navigation panel on the right does it for you, it's nice to do it from the speedo, because eventually I want to get rid of that navigation panel and then just sort of like rely on old-fashioned methods. But before I do anything like that, I want to get my profile back up to scratch and have a truck that's got some balls in its pistons, let's say. Is at level, I think I'm level 7 on this profile. You don't get much in the way of engines and gearboxes to choose from. And as you'll see by some of the hills that I think we're going to hit on the way to the ferry crossing, it can struggle. Oh, he's driven into our lamppost. I do like the way this game has things. Horses. I saw cows in the other version of the game that I played, but not horses. I don't know if that's Promods or not. No, anyway, going back to what I was saying, I do like the things that happen at the side of the road, the little events and whatnot. You know, broken down cars, accidents, all sorts of stuff going on. And I'm sort of pretty much finding there's always something to look at in this game. The scenery in general, the map is just absolutely gorgeous. You know, you look at the sun behind us, low in the sky in the mirror there, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I think to where PC, I mean, I've been playing with PC since 286 days, you know, when if you had more than 1 megabyte, you was doing bloody well for yourself. And you know, a few years down the line now, I look at what we've got and what's possibly coming in the future. And you know, this is just out of this world compared to what we had. If you told me sort of like then that we'd have graphics like this, maps this big, you know, I wouldn't have believed it. In my first games, I either had to type them into the Spectrum myself, using their version of BASIC, generally reading them out of programs out of a magazine and then typing them in, and then if you were lucky enough and you had a tape deck and cassettes, you could save it on that. I remember the first CDs coming in, and I think it was a Star Wars game that got me to get a CD drive, and I got that installed, and I was problem getting the drive installed, and even Microsoft couldn't tell me what the problem was, and I ended up I solved it myself. It was just one of the drivers that was wrong. But there was no help in those days, you know, no YouTube, no sort of like massive international database to look at on the internet. But anyway, I've got that problem solved, and look at what we've got now. You know, my laptop's probably equivalent to a couple of thousand of the machines that I had before, if not more. Like I say, I'm looking forward to the next generation of consoles. Because I think basically, I mean, PlayStation 5, I think it's going to have Ryzen chipset in it, independent graphics card, and probably SSDs, because they're talking about really quick loading times. I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming on console. I mean, Gran Turismo Sport on PlayStation is just incredible. It blew me away. You know, that you can play that well online multiplayer on a PlayStation with that level of graphics. So the next generation, I'm really looking forward to. I think they'll be brilliant. Ah, that's my cat. He's just come into my window and he's meowing at the door to be let out. That's all well and good, but next to my window is the door that goes to the living room, which is open, which is where he wants to go. But he's come through my bedroom window to a closed door behind me. He's just going to have to either get a life and work out he can go out through this window again and through the open door, or he's going to have to wait. Because I'm not stopping everything for the blooming puddy cat. No, no, no. Get closer to this truck. I want to see what the label is on it. So I think Promods it's changed the businesses, the logos, Orland Transport. I was thinking about GT Sport quickly. Look at this road on the map. Wouldn't you love to get one of those cars around here? This is what I call a road. Maybe not quite so much fun in a massive great truck. Put me in a GT3 RS Porsche or something around here. It'd just be heaven, driver's heaven, you know. Oh, hello. Light Gamer, good evening. How are you? Hope you're well. Nice to have a visitor occasionally, I don't get many. Oh, we're speeding. Is there any problem with when you play games on YouTube? I never appreciated this of YouTubers. You know, you learn a lot, because I mean, I don't really consider myself to be a YouTuber, although I suppose I might want to be. Otherwise I wouldn't be streaming, would I? How some of these people are doing driving games, like racing games, driving on the edge and reading chat at the same time on a monitor. It's like, it's not that easy. I wonder if I can get better with practice. Oh, he's slow, this one. You're going to have to excuse me a second. I've got to let this cat out. Get out. Annoying ball of fluff. I love him really, but... Ugh. Ow, my knee. Oh, God. Yeah, I do love my cats really, but... Damn. They treat us humans like slaves. Oh, damn it now. Why is this one going so slow? Whoa. That's the problem with tailgating something big. You don't see what's coming up. Do I overtake him? What's the worst that can happen? Frightened. I think we got away with that. When I said this game was relaxing. I wasn't going to sit there though and needlessly at 30 miles an hour and a 50 limit. Or 50 kilometres an hour and an 80 kilometre an hour limit. I'm trying to think European as well as English. A bit wide there. Yeah, so after a day or two of this, highly recommend Euro Truck Sim to absolutely anyone that likes driving games. I've really got to sort something out with that brake pedal. It's almost either all or nothing. But, can we go now? Yeah. Right, let's do this with cruise control. I can change the screen information because I found the button to do it now. That way I can actually see what I've set the cruise control to. Yes, I highly recommend this game if you're into driving games. You can, if you go to SCS website, there is a demo you can download. So if you're unsure, you could try that first. But the game itself isn't that expensive now. I mean, it was 2012 it was released, but there's still a lot of support and a lot of people behind the game. Promods 2.40 was only released a couple of days ago or so, a few days back, so you know there's support in that sense for it. I got mine from a company called Instant Gaming that I've brought a lot of stuff off in the past. Can recommend them, highly recommend them. I've never had a problem with them. Their customer service seems to be always pretty quick. Anytime I've had any problems, they've sorted them out virtually instantly or put me in the right direction to get it sorted. I.e. I had a problem with one of the Sims expansion packs that I got from them that didn't work, and contacted them. They got back to me in 5 minutes and said, look, honestly, it's nothing to do with the serial number we've given you. We know it's good. If you don't mind, could you contact EA support? Contacted EA support and they said, oh yeah, no, that's fine, we know what the problem is, and they sorted it out within a couple of minutes. And I got a free expansion pack out of it. So, no, highly recommend Instant Gaming website, instantgaming.com I think it is. Got no affiliate links to them or anything, but I brought City Skylines from them, the complete Sims 3 series from them, and now this with all the expansions, all the major expansions anyway. Saved me an absolute fortune. Oh, do excuse me. My chest is absolutely rotten. Ah, DW, welcome back. Sorry, I've just noticed you. Oh, you do, did you put Promods in? Everything works alright? That was a quick game. Oh. Right, what are we doing? 41, 50 limit. Try and keep an eye on the speed signs. Yeah, I know you were downloading Promods, so I'm presuming it installed without too much effort and too many problems. Great, everything good. Yeah, I think you'll probably like that. I mean, as I said, I don't think Iceland's in the original. Oh God, I've got a bloody speeding ticket. What the hell? Why don't they make bloody road signs with speed indications bigger? Yeah, revenue collectors. I don't know. Oh, I had to start from scratch as well. Yeah, that's the pain bit, starting from scratch. I don't mind it so much. I mean, this Promods is almost. I was impressed with the original game, but Promods has almost turned it into a new game again. So, but I don't think I'm not convinced that Iceland was in the original game. I don't think it was. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what else they've done with it, you know, in other parts of Europe. I mean, I did, was it Russia? Bits, not on the Russian expansion map, but I think there's a little bit of Russia that comes up on the Going East expansion. I did that. Absolutely hated Russia, by the way. I did all the rest stops. It, it, it was silly. I didn't hate it, but I had so many blooming problems, and I got frustrated with it and ended up hitting a train. Don't ask me how I hit the train, but I ended up hitting a train. Um, no, the thing with Russia, all the things that were labelled as rest stops, half of them were very small petrol stations, and I couldn't actually park up to anywhere to rest. And at the time, I didn't know that you could detach the trailer if you wanted to, um, whilst you were actually on the job. So it was a pain in the arse for me. My driver kept falling asleep as I was trying to get him into the rest stop. He drove into a police car, pushed another half a dozen cars up and down the road. I was almost waiting for petrol station to blow up or something, but it wasn't quite that bad in the death. Oh, I was glad to get that delivery finished though. And all the checkpoints as well. We're still in Iceland at the moment. Let's have a quick look on the map. We are... where are we? Near Nordkork. I'm sure none of this. I don't even remember Scotland going in that deep on the other game. And I had another quick look at the map in other places. So like this, there's more of this. There's more of that. There's just more of everything in this. I believe it's 11:15. I didn't realise the time. There's even little bits of Spain in here, like Barcelona. I don't think the game went into that. I believe there's a mod that does all of this bit as well, which I'd like to get, but I'm not 100% whether it works with Promods or not. I've got to double check that somewhere. Right, well, I'm not going to be here for long. I didn't realise it was 11:15. If I'd realised it was that late when I started the stream, I probably wouldn't have started. So... unfortunately, I can't stream late, and as I said, I'm in the bedroom and my poor wife's going to want to go to sleep. I'm alright for a little while because she normally has things to sort out before she actually jumps into bed. Oh my god. Now, I think the game that I was running before may have had a problem with the sound, because I don't recall the sound of the traffic going past the cab and whatnot. And one sound I hadn't heard before today is the woo-woo that we just heard from the speeding ticket. Not heard that one before. The scenery in this game is just... oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, look at that sunset. I don't know if it's swirly. What time are we? 3:35. Wow. The sun don't go down on Iceland very often by the looks of it. In the winter months it's dark all the time. I think it was either Clumsy or Squirrel I was watching, which would have been yesterday I think, and Promods has even got the Aurora Borealis or whatever you call it. Oh, you see these little green flashes in the sky when you're this far north. Oh, I've got to turn it. I don't want to miss this turning. I don't know what those signs are all about. Oh, it's temperature or... Well, we don't get skies like this in London. I think this is a 2012 game, and I look at the graphics on this. It is... Again, I don't know the game well enough to know what's pro mods and what isn't, but between them, what an excellent job. And I haven't even got this set on a high level of graphics. It's... Oh, God. The other thing I like about this, you know you've got force feedback with this game. I feel all the bumps in the road. God, if you're on an off-road track, do you feel that? Steering wheels all over the place. Yeah, the Northern Lights, that's the one. I was just reading the chat there, catching up. Never seen those in real life. Would have loved to have done. But, unless they spread as far south as London, which probably wouldn't be a good sign, I'm probably not going to get to see them. That's the other thing I miss from London as it goes, is the night sky. You don't see any stars. Maybe one star shows up in London, and that's it. Remember a few years back we were going to Wales on holiday and driving through the night, and I can't remember where we were, but we got somewhere that was just pitch black, and I looked up at the night sky when I was driving, and I had to pull the car over in a lay-by, and we stayed in a lay-by for an hour just looking up at the night sky, because it was unusual to us, because we're Londoners and we don't see it. If I get the opportunity to do that where it's dark enough, I tend to take the time just to stop and look up and appreciate everything. Yeah, the game settings were a bit low on the force feedback. I've got them, oh, they're probably all near enough 3/4 of the way up. But there's a fine line between not enough and too much, and the controls for the game, I don't know. Oh, that one's got blue neon lights on it. What the? Yeah, where was I? Force feedback controls. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of scope. Anything under 50% seems to do absolutely nothing. You know, sort of 50 to 75%, you get a bit, and then 75% and over, it feels like you've got all of it. So. I don't know if you can hear my wheel rattling away in the background. This is an off-road bit, and the wheel's like shaking all over the place. And I think I've got all the force feedback on for the suspension. Ooh! What the hell happened there? Jesus! It felt like the truck just slid off the edge. Oh my. How much damage we sustained. I don't think there's a great deal. I think the driver pooked himself. Maybe he's got a change of underwear in the cab. No, I don't travel at all now. I've got a number of health issues and a self-inflicted motorcycle injury from I had quite a bad bike accident, and I broke my left knee and destroyed the cartilage on the right knee, destroyed all the cartilage around my hips and all that lot. And when it happened, about 25 years ago or so, I did basic operations to put my knee back together, but they wouldn't replace the knees because I was too young, and they wouldn't do anything with the hips again because I was too young. They say, you know, your age you'll burn them out within a couple of years, so no, we're not going to do it. You're going to have to suffer it until you're older. And of course, as I got older, I had the heart problem. And now they don't want to operate on me in case I don't wake up again. So, got dodgy legs. So, you know, between that, the heart problem, and a couple of other things, getting out of the house is a pain in the arse. And you know, the thought of travelling abroad like this just isn't appealing to me at all. But hey, it doesn't bother me. You know, I could sit here and mope about it, and you know, it worries me and all the rest of it, but I don't. In general, you know, as long as I can find something to smile about, I can keep my head occupied, I'm quite happy. I've got a wonderful family behind me, got my grandkids living with me, which is always entertaining. I've got 3 cats, a dog to keep me going. To be honest, I just find going out now, I just find it's a pain in the arse. But you know, when a game suddenly comes along like this, or I discover a game like this, it's almost replaces any need that was there to travel to do it. I mean, fortunately, when I've travelled a bit, you know, I've been to Spain a few times, driven through France, Germany, driven all the way around the UK, you know, some lovely parts of Scotland, Wales, when I was doing the chauffeuring and taking him out on his shooting trips and whatnot. So, you know, I don't regret anything. You know, motorcycle accident was unfortunate, but you know, it's one of those things that comes with the territory. No, it's very rarely I leave the house these days. As I said, it's no big deal. I've gotten used to it. And I don't really feel the need to go anywhere. If anything, if I have to go anywhere now, like doctor's, hospital, or whatever it is, I get annoyed because it's stress trying to get ready and, you know, hype myself up and get myself ready mentally to go out and whatnot. No. I don't even think I miss it, to be honest. And the only one thing that I do have a problem with is boredom. But as long as I can find something that'll entertain me, I'm alright, you know. And I've got my computers, PlayStation. You know, the internet is vast. I mean, you couldn't see, read, or, you know, get all the internet in a lifetime. So, you know, if you're bored, there's always something to entertain yourself with on the internet. If anything, the problem with the internet is it's so vast it can. It's like searching for a film on Netflix when you're not sure what you want to watch. You probably take as long selecting a film to watch as the film would actually take to watch the damn thing. My house is a nightmare. Well, it's not a nightmare, but it is constant, almost 24/7. You know, it's with the cats, the dog, the wife, my youngest son, his family. There's the grandkids' friends when they come over. Daughter-in-law's sister who comes over. No, we're always pretty entertained. It's always good to have visitors. Whoa, this is actually sliding around sometimes in the snow. Unfortunately, I can't use that as an excuse for when I just drove off the road back there, but... Yeah, I do slide a bit in the snow. Well, alright then, it slides more than a bit. That just made me jump, that. No, I don't remember seeing anything other than rain in the version of the game I was playing before. Does that mean that Promods has done the snow and the physics that go with it as well? And they've really done a lot with this game. Well, that's the other thing I didn't try in the other version of the game. I haven't tried altering the trailer behaviour. I think default it comes maximum stability. I'm also wondering what it's like when you change that to unstable. That could be fun. Whoa! Noisy seagulls are back. See, no sea lions. No penguins. Do they have penguins in Iceland? as pretty as Iceland is, I think I'll be glad to leave it. Whoa, pay attention. Nice to tell why so many rally drivers come from Iceland. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so let's think, a couple of things to look into tonight. See if the Spanish map is any good, and if it's compatible with Promods, and online. First of all, how to get online, and then its compatibility with Promods again. I mean, look at Iceland on the map, you think, oh, it's only tiny. But, it's still quite a drive from one side of it to the other. And we're on 50 limit. I don't know quite how happy I am about doing 50 on these roads. Ooh. Well, that was another thing that surprised me about the game. On the other version I was playing, was how the game relays to you how much weight the truck is carrying. I thought that was awesome. He's still standing on that crossing. Ooh! Nearly took the lamppost down. No ski-mobiles. Oh, this road looks entertaining. That's the truck sliding again. Yep. Getting wheel spin. Oh, this isn't going to be clever. This is not going to be clever. I've got to go up this. There's no grip. Oh my god. Now is at this point I lock the differentials. No, it's still going. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Differentials cannot be locked. Slow the truck down and try again. I might not need to now. slowing down. Right, yeah. Just the maps. Yeah, I think you could well be right. To be honest, I haven't had enough interaction with the game long enough to, as I said, know what is pro mods and what isn't. So, oh, this is sliding around. I wish the loan installment didn't make the same sound as the fines, because I just almost stopped there thinking, I can't be speeding, I'm hardly moving. Matt, this is... this is an entertaining drive. Albeit a slow speed one. You can literally feel the thing moving around underneath you on these roads. Now, yeah, I know to expect that because snow is slippery. Yeah, I understand the physics behind it, but I just wasn't quite expecting it to be like this in the game. Jesus Christ. My. Oh, anyway, whoever's just joined us, good evening and welcome. Yeah, I have got to kill the stream very, very shortly though. Unfortunately, my PC and my streaming and everything else is all in my bedroom, and my wifey is going to want to go to bed soon, so I think we're just about at the ferry port. I think I'm going to kill the stream there and let my poor wife go to bed. But thank you very, very much for joining me. I really do appreciate anybody taking their time out to watch any of the stuff that I've done. Really appreciate it. Saying I'm very new to YouTube. It is NewTube for me. No, I'm very new to YouTube, and you know, it's a case of first of all I started to stream the racing so I could analyse the stuff, and then, you know, general thinking, it's a case of, well, why not stream the gameplay? I've got nothing else better to do, so good way of meeting people, talking to fellow petrol heads. Don't think I've had any haters yet, but even those could be entertaining. So, oh, the sounds that are coming from this ferry port, I don't remember those in the other version either. Right, there we go. We are at the ferry port. Press enter. Oh my god, where do we want to go? I need to get my map up again, because I haven't got a clue where we're going. We want to go to the Aalborg. It looks like it's a non-stop journey, so oh my god, it's got to be that one, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be. Embarking. Right, okay guys, that's it. I'm going to have to call it quits. Thank you once again for watching. I imagine I will be back tomorrow sometime, probably during the day. And catch you all later. Take care and goodbye. Oh, tab end stream.